remember the silence of that town. It was the kind of silence that didn't mean peace. It meant everyone was watching from behind their curtains. At the time, I was the lead detective of the Criminal Investigation Division in a small jurisdiction. In places like that, you don't just handle cases. You carry the weight of the whole community's secrets. One morning, the call came in. A high-end jewelry exchange at the local plaza had been hit. This wasn't just a shop. It was a hub for gold dealers, watchmakers, and high-stakes trade. About 6 or 7 of the units had been cleaned out. I headed down to the scene to conduct the walkthrough. It was unsettling. There were no smashed windows, no crowbars left behind. The thief had come and gone like a ghost. I found the night watchman sitting on a plastic chair, looking like he'd seen a spirit. "I was right here, detective," he told me, his voice thin. "I only stepped away for a bit to grab dinner. I walked home, ate, and came right back." Now, his house was on the other side of town. That's a 20-minute walk each way, plus the time to sit and eat. We're talking 90 minutes, where that plaza was a tomb. He told me he'd locked the 4 main gates before he left. He swore on his life that when he returned, every gate was still bolted tight. "Did you check the gold exchange alley?" I asked. "Everything was sealed, sir," he said. "I didn't see a soul." But the evidence told a different story. The thief didn't just break in. He had a key. He walked up to the wooden door of the main gold shop, unlocked it, stepped inside, and bypassed the glass inner door. He took the gold and left the silver. Pure professional. The owner of the shop, a man who had spent 30 years in the trade, was devastated. "I usually lock the safe," he told me, his hands shaking. But that night, things were busy. People were coming and going. I slid the bolt, but I might not have turned the dial. But detective, he had a key. He had to. He told me about the evening he closed up. The goodbyes, the florist, the grocer, everyone waving. "Good night, Miller. See you tomorrow." It sounded like neighborly peace. But looking back, those goodbyes were just a roll call. Someone was checking to see who was left in the building. The watchman kept insisting the gates were locked. But sometimes, keys lie. Or rather, the people holding them do. Weeks went by. Nothing. Then the city started to feel heavy. Other robberies began to pop up. Each one stranger than the last. A warehouse near the rail yards got hit. The thieves cut through the corrugated metal. Mattresses, linens, gone. 3-man job, minimum. The watchmen there had dogs. They didn't bark. They just watched. as the trucks were loaded. Then came the electronics store. Same MO, lockpicked. No alarm triggered. 2 80-inch plasmas and a crate of tablets. Vanished. The watchmen all said the same thing. $10 an hour. Millions in inventory. Owners in $70,000 cars. Why should I put my life on the line? One of them asked me. They don't even know my last name until something goes missing. It's a bitter truth in this line of work. When the gap between the man at the gate and the man in the office gets too wide, the gate stays open. We were hitting a wall until we found the drifter. He was a local fixture, a man who'd lost his mind years ago and wandered the rail yards. We found him shivering in an alley, wearing a high-end thermal vest from the warehouse heist. We brought him in. He couldn't give us a statement. He was deep in a schizophrenic episode. But he kept muttering about the man with the keys and the cardboard bed. We tracked his family down, 2 counties over. His mother came to the precinct, sobbing. "He's not a criminal, detective," she said. "He's sick. He needs his prayers, his medicine." I looked at the drifter in the holding cell, then at the watchman's logs. The watchman said he chased off thugs, but the drifter couldn't run. He could barely walk. I brought the watchman back in. "We found the drifter, Elias," I said, leaning in. "He's been sleeping behind your shed. We found the vest. Now you tell me who you're working for, or you're going down for everything." He broke. He cried. He named them. 2 brothers, a cousin, trailer park, edge of town. They used the watchman to scout. They used the drifter as a distraction, planting stolen gear on him to throw us off. We moved fast, picked up 2 at a diner. The 3rd, next county. In the trailer, we found the plasmas, set up. The guys were sitting on stolen mattresses, watching a game. Then one of them seized, severe diabetic. His mother brought insulin, only 3 doses left. "I can't afford the rest," she said. "He's a bad seed, but he's my son." I looked at this kid, a thief who stole 200,000 in gold, now dying for a $30 vial. I sent a patrolman to the pharmacy. "Buy the whole box," I said. "Put it on my tab." I brought the medicine to the cell. He looked at me, confused. "Why?" "Because I want you healthy enough to stand in front of a judge." 3 days in our cells, he talked. About the fence, about the gold, about the watchman lifting mattresses for a bottle of scotch. He thanked me for the medicine before boarding the bus. I sat in my office, cases closed, TVs recovered, gang caught. But the gold? Gone. Insurance paid, prison sentences handed down, the drifter institutionalized. But I still think about that watchman, 30 years on the job, waving goodnight while holding the key. People ask why I retired early. I tell them I got tired of looking at keys and wondering which ones were locking doors and which ones were just waiting for the lights to go out.